Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm that doll guy, and already I have another video ready to go, and it's featuring this lovely gal, Barbie Fashionista number 170. So, as you can see, I already took her out of her box, and as you can see, I already kind of started redressing her. I have sold so many of my Fashionistas just to, I was kind of over them, taking up space, just taking up space, just so much space, and there's other things that I kind of wanted, so I thought I'll sell them, make some money for the new, the new stuff I'm going to put back in my collection. I'm doing a portrait kind of view here because on this new iPhone 12 that I use, which again, I'm not a professional YouTuber. When I was doing landscape for my video on the Barbie Extra Deluxe, it just seemed to kind of wasn't centered and floating. So I'm going to try the portrait view and see how this goes. But I had sworn off of Barbie Fashionistas. The quality has been terrible. The fashions have been terrible. They just didn't appeal to me. I don't think they're cute. I mean, I appreciate the diversity, but I just don't think that they've been great in the last couple of years. So I was over them until I saw this girl. Now, this number 170, when I saw her in the promo shots, she kind of spoke to me almost, she kind of smacked of a little bit, I was getting the Barbie Extra vibes from her. So I thought, when she comes out, I might check her out and just kind of see. So if you look at the back of her packaging, me and my boyfriend were laughing at this the other night, last night, because I got her yesterday. So we were laughing because if you look at her promo photos, and if you get clearer, bigger pictures on Google or Instagram of the promo shots of Barbie Fashionista 170, she is super cute. Now, again, this is kind of fuzzy, but she has the cute crimped hair. Her pigtails are super cute. She's just super cute. I was watching a few of the videos, not in depth of the review for her, and I think people are noting maybe her hair. But anyway, so coming out of the package, first of all, picking her, there was oh gosh, at the Walmart it's in, it was a few towns away from me. There were 10. There were oh, I have a chihuahua that's ready to go fight. She growling. Rosie Marie. Anyway, so she's my grandpuppy. Not my Maisie, she's my grandpuppy Rosie. This one, she's a little bit grumpy today. I think she hears birds. I don't know. My windows are open, so if you hear outdoor stuff, we live kind of out in the farm a little bit, so farmland country, so it's going to be loud. But anyway, so her face had, it was screened in different ways of all the 10 that were available. I always like to kind of be very picky with faces. I will zoom in, make sure there's no lip chips or paint chips, or if there are, I try to fix them, and my OCD just goes nuts. So she was the cutest one that I found. She's the cutest one that just seemed the most symmetrical. On some of them, the stars had skid marks on them, they weren't crisp, they were kind of had a blurry edge around them, or just had a weird streak mark on them, maybe, I don't know, whatever the paint, whatever was screening them kind of slid a little bit and kind of gave them a star streak on her face, just a little bit. But this gal was pretty much perfect. So I grabbed her, opened her up. When I first opened her hair, obviously it looks not super much like the promo photos. When I first took her out, she looked just a hot mess. This is it's crimped, but it's not, it don't look as uniformly crimped as the packaging. Let's do a 360 on her hair. The pigtails, I kind of, just kind of grabbed them, kind of tightened them up a little bit on her head, just so they'd stand up a little bit higher and cuter and not so laid back. They're kind of laid back, and how the box hair is. So it's very shiny. It's a pretty color. It's a little bit got the frizz thing going. That's just how it's made. That's just the kind of nylon they used. But I figured, I told my boyfriend, we were laughing at the promo shots, oh, she's so not that. It's kind of the whole thing of what you see and what you get. She's kind of like that girl. But if you pick a good face, she's adorable. Some have a lighter pink lip. I went for one that's a little bit more high color. I like my dolls to be high color. And if you really look close, and if you really pay attention when you're looking at these gals, Fashionistas, Barbie Extras, or otherwise, you can definitely find some that are higher color than others. I am a high color person. Some people do like the low color, more muted tones, and that's fine. I'm just more of a dramatic makeup person. Look at those ends. Oh, good Lord. They're a little, I did a little bit of trimming, but not too much because I wanted to keep it a little bit more random. But I could see this could probably be trimmed up a little bit. Anyway, so her hair is not, laying down super well. Over time, you know how box hair settles, so this might settle. But I think like if you just did like a simple wet down with like cool water, I wouldn't want her to lose her crimp, so I'm not going to tell you to use hot water, but maybe just cool water. And I'm not going to comb it or brush it, but I might kind of give it just a little slight spritz or a little dampening to kind of just see if it chills out and settles down a little bit, so it just kind of frames her a little bit better. But it's settling down a little bit. It's not terrible. It's not what Google shows, but where the Google images show for the promo shots, but it's cute. And anyway, so when I get dolls, fashionistas, whatever, I kind of, in my mind, their look speaks to a character to me. So when I first saw her, and that fashion pack I've had for, a minute. It's one of the newer ones, but I've had it for a minute. When I first saw her, I'm like, she looks like a fun girl. She kind of looks like a carefree, fun girl. So when I saw the scale, she came with those boots, by the way. They're cute. They're kind of rubbery. She's flat-footed. I like my girls to be high-heeled, but in this case, with this girl's personality type, I think flat-footed is fine. But she just seems like the kind of carefree girl, like Tootie from Facts of Life, where she'd always would have skates on, skate around, be carefree, be fun. That purse that went in that fashion pack just seemed to go great with this top, and the pink skates are cute. So she's just a colorful gal. Oh, and I added the scrunchie on her wrist too. She just seemed like that kind of girl. So I made her be kind of like fun and carefree. I don't know if any of you are kind of like comic book nerds, but back in the 80s, X-Men, when Kitty Pryde, Shadowcat first came on the scene in the Uncanny X-Men, when Dazzler first came on the scene in X-Men number 130, she had seen, Kitty Pryde had seen Dazzler, and Dazzler was like this disco singer. She had roller skates and bling and a silver leisure suit or a pantsuit. She was just really cool. And anyway, so Kitty Pryde, the storyline for X-Men number 130 to 131 was just enthralled with Dazzler. So she created her own kooky costume, and she included roller skates. So this girl kind of reminded me of Kitty Pryde, Shadowcat from that story arc in X-Men back in the 80s. Just like a roller skating kind of carefree girl. So that's who this is going to be. I haven't thought of a name for her yet. That's still up in the air, so I'll have to create a name for her. But definitely her character to me is kind of like, where my mind went with her is like, obviously we have the Barbie Extras, and Wave 2 is about to drop. If you haven't seen my video on the deluxe, look at my videos, and it's just the one I did yesterday. I think it was yesterday. The Barbie Extra Deluxe. She's very cute. I named her Princess. But anyway, so I feel like this girl, I wish I could find a made-to-move body that would match her complexion. I feel like she's kind of pale with like maybe some pink undertones, so I don't know if there's a made-to-move body for that to make her be articulated. But I kind of would like to make her be like, because she's not articulated, she's not really an extra, I figure like she'd be like one of those kind of girls that would kind of be like hanging around with the extra crew and trying to be one of them. And they're like, you're not really an extra crew person. You're just not there yet. Like you're an extra doll in training or something along those lines. Or she's just kind of like a wannabe, and they just won't let her because she's not really one of them, but she wants to be. And the reason why I kind of got that vibe is, just the face makeup. It looks a little extra to me. It kind of looks like something an extra doll would have. So the fact that it's on a fashionista, which had been pretty plain to me and boring, was a nice change of pace. What's kind of weird is like, historically I've never been one to collect these crazy colored dolls with crazy colored hair and crazy just face makeup, and things that look like Gem and the Holograms just didn't appeal to me. I was more like, no one in the real world has that look, and these are just more fantasy dolls, and they're just, I like to have like a little bit of real world reality with my dolls, as crazy as that sounds. But I don't know, for some reason, since the Barbie extras have been dropping, I kind of find the other dolls really boring, and I find like these ones with like the extra face paint and stars and junk like that kind of fun. And I think that might be because I was so into like the Wild Hearts crew, which, you know, unfortunately that line's totally RIP'd. Like, Mattel, shame on you for not promoting that line, just totally letting it bite the dust. I don't get it. But anyway, so to me, she's kind of like that, like a Barbie extra wannabe. She's on the fringes of that crowd and wants to be part of it, and is working to kind of like be a part of them. Always trying and never really making it. Maybe someday she will. My thing is, like, if she ever gets an articulated body that kind of that matches her skin tone, well, then maybe she'll be an official Barbie extra then. But for right now, she's just trying to get in. She's just like a wannabe. But she's cute. I like her better with her skates and her accessories. Kind of jazzed her up. I'll probably pierce her ears. I usually do. To kind of put some flashy maybe earrings in or something. So anyway, this is Barbie Extra set number 170. I'm not sure what else to say about her. I've been talking more about other things really than her. But, you know, what we can say about her? Like, okay, so I know what we can say about her. So when you pick a Barbie Fashionista number 170, so, like, her face is pretty universal, but you have to be very careful because sometimes her eye makeup isn't screened as thick as this. Sometimes it's a little bit more fine lined, and some people like that look. Again, like, based on where they're made or where they come out of, I think sometimes they're just screened differently in different factories. Some have a more intense screening process, and others maybe just not so much. The good thing is, like, the different screening methods or whatever, like, just it can appeal to just a more broad audience of buyers that maybe like not so much dark, bold color or lines as I do. Some of them might like them finer or thinner. This gal comes in a variety, mostly just like I saw light pink lips. This one was kind of like just like a medium pink, and so of course I dove right in. She was screened beautifully. The other ones, you know, had like, you know, you have to watch out for the eyebrow placement, and some had the eyes a little bit too low. I mean, just the usual Barbie kind of quality stuff that you see, of course, you're going to see in this girl. And I will hunt for a perfect face. Like, if I don't find one in the store where I'm at, I'll drive towns and towns away till I can find that perfect face that just speaks to me. And this one definitely did. Anyway, so this is Barbie Fashionista number 170. Kind of jazzed up a little bit extra. And so anyway, leave in the comments what you think of her. And she should be appearing in Walmarts across the country now. I live in Michigan. Usually we're the last ones to get stuff, but we sure have lucked out with, you know, pockets of towns where I found her and that Barbie Extra Deluxe. So I guess we're getting some things that are good. But anyway, so I'm going to go and try to wet this girl's hair down just a little bit and make her look cute. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Happy hunting for your Barbie dolls.